Hey guys, it's Forte here, and I don't know about you, but I'm still riding the Splatoon 3 hype train right now. There are just so many things I want to talk about whilst having such little time, and just like you, if I could time travel to release day and start playing now, I would. But until then, let's talk about why I think this game is going to succeed even more than Splatoon 1 and 2. The most important thing that Nintendo has done to Splatoon 3 is that they've improved the game's quality of life drastically. As someone who not only plays Splatoon but other shooters as well, I can say that Nintendo is so behind on many quote-unquote normal features that we should expect in video games. Splatoon 2 had clunky menus and annoying lobby systems, which made it really hard to play the game and enjoy when you're trying to get friends together. Back when Splatoon 2 was newer, I especially remember trying to get a lot of my friend group into the game. They were all very familiar with competitive games, coming from backgrounds like Overwatch and League of Legends. All of them actually really liked Splatoon 2, and they told me it was a lot of fun. Do you know what? Not a single one of them stuck with the game, and when I asked why, they said something along the lines of, well, the gameplay was good, but its features were really bad. I do understand that if Splatoon is someone's first competitive game, then it might not sound as bad as I'm describing, but the problem is, when people come over to Splatoon from another well-established game, the system UI and the game's quality of life looks like a desert compared to what they were playing before. Personally, I think this is one of, or if not the biggest factor that contributes to people quitting the game. I've seen so many new people come and enjoy the game to leave about a month after with these problems. While I'm happy to say that this will happen no more, there were so many things announced that direct that doesn't even put the game on the same level with other competitive shooters, but puts it above. Before we start, if you like this video, please make sure to subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs, and I'll make sure to keep posting lots of Splatoon content here as much as I can. Firstly, I want to discuss the way that the new lobby system will work. Everything they announced to do with this was great, but I think the part that got most people excited is the fact that we can now practice in the training range whilst waiting for a game. This has been something so many people have wanted for ages, and compared to Splatoon 2's lobby, where you physically can't do anything whilst waiting for a game, this is a massive upgrade. As well as just using the test range alone, if you're queuing with friends, you can now also use the range of them too. Having your friends join as ghosts in the training range makes even the boring task of queuing more social. I can imagine there's going to be so many little mini games and challenges that friend groups come up with whilst waiting for a game that will pass time. Also, it helps that the training range itself has massively expanded. There's just physically much more things to do there now. Personally, I just can't wait to never have to be bored in the lobby again. The second thing that I actually missed in my last video is the completely upgraded Recon mode. Up until now, Recon mode has been done in such an odd way in my opinion, as there was literally no reason why you shouldn't have been able to only use Recon maps and modes in rotation, instead of just choosing any map or any mode at the given time. Well, they've just fixed it. Now you can load up any map at a given time to explore or practice on, which is great. On top of that, the time you're now given in Recon mode has been increased from 5 minutes to an entire hour. I know these features don't sound like much, but all these little things start to add up to create a much more polished game. I know this was a short one, but it's worth talking about. Another huge thing that I missed is that we can finally, after 7 years, skip the news. I can't quite believe how long this has taken to actually happen, but God, I am thankful that we can actually do it now. I have not once ever heard of someone liking the news, or someone who has said they like the fact you can't skip it, so this change will benefit everyone as far as I know. In Splatoon 3, Inklings now have a sea cucumber phone, which allows us to watch the news on the top left corner of the screen whilst moving around and doing stuff in Splatsville. As sad as it sounds, this change will probably give me hours of my life back, so it's very much appreciated. And lastly, the feature that I think will be the best and most instrumental addition to Splatoon 3 is the replay mode. Now, I know I talked about the replay mode in my previous video, but just to touch on it again, replay mode was such a needed feature for Splatoon, and now we finally have this tool, I think the game is going to explode with a wealth of new creators, more watchers, and more players. Finally, Nintendo has given us, the players, the tools to make the game easily shared and appreciated, as before you would need a capture card to hook up to your PC, which is just something that isn't feasible for most people to either buy or spend time doing. The fact that we can now share the game so easily is such a good thing for Splatoon 3's advertising, and I guarantee it will contribute to a large number of sales it will get. Also, who wouldn't want to be able to save the game for later to either watch for fun or use for improvement? There's just nothing bad that can come from this feature. All of these little additions and changes really adds up in the long run to create not only a game people will play, but people will want to continue playing into the future. If I'm being honest, Splatoon has never really had much trouble getting people to play their game, but I think a lot of people would play the game and not even hit level 10, which means they can't even play ranked, and then quit because all of the annoying features and rules the game had. I really don't see this happening in Splatoon 3. Players coming from another game to try it out will probably be surprised with how nice the game feels, and will like all the features that have been added. Who knows what the Splatoon 3 scene will look like, but all I know is it's going to be big. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please feel free to subscribe, it would make my day. Anyway, until next time, peace.